I think I just started to get into some of the technical side, and the technical is probably pretty easy. If you want to set someone up at home, you got one of these, right? You got a phone. Do you have a Wi-Fi connection? Do you have your computer? In some cases, it's your home computer. In some cases, it's your work computer. But if you have an internet connection, you can get away with a lot of the free apps that are out there. Like I said, we're using Zoom, and Zoom is free for 40 minutes or less, right? For short calls and discussions. And of course, we have a paid service because we use it all the time for long meetings and for workshops. We actually do client workshops using Zoom, right? So,
Right.
so we're set up to do that with a few bucks a month, not a big deal. But in terms of free resources, you've got things like freeconferencecall.com. There's a number of those. You can search them out on the internet. Zoom is a extremely powerful and simple to use video conferencing service. You've got your phones, you've got your internet connection, you've got your Wi-Fi, you're ready to go. So technical doesn't really need to be that much more. Now, the one thing I will say is if you have confidential things flying back and forth, you might want to get a secure VPN and talk to your IT department, right? So we're not going to tell you what you need to do there. Just know that if that's important to you, then have that conversation and figure out what you can and can't do easily, and then you're ready to go. There's very little of a barrier there. So
No. And I
that's the
think there's
technical.
one more technical is, especially if you're working within a team, what are the data sharing type of apps and tools out there? One thing, Pete, that we use quite often is Google Docs,
How easy.
because you can have multiple people in there at the same time and you can see what everybody's doing.
Right.
So you don't have to have, version control per se,
Right.
but it makes it a whole lot easier when you're collaborating.
And the whole Google suite. So we also use the Google Sheets, which is like the spreadsheet version. It's like Excel, but it's Google. And here, same thing, multiple people can be in there. And we have used this very effectively for task tracking, right? So very simple. What's the task? Who's got it? What's the status? And so you can do a whole lot of just kind of keeping that open on your computer and go in and out of it through the day. And that could become, back to the tactical side. All right, folks, let's use the tool. Let's track. Let's make sure we're tracking in. If you have any questions, don't wait a second to text or call, but certainly you can do an updating exercise with that. So that's free, right? So there are other things out there, other productivity tools. That's the easiest way to get started. So just start there.
Right.